viewer. Let's see who is going to be our first viewer. Let's see. Let's see. Hi, Lolly Trade. Wow. Welcome. Hi, Jaza SMC. Hi, welcome. I can't even see clearly. Hi, Friday. Welcome. Sorry if I murdered your name. Sorry, forgive me, okay? Tony, welcome. Douglas, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Chidike, welcome. King, welcome. Jeff, hi. Welcome. Hi. So happy to see you guys. How are you all doing? How are you doing? I'm fine, Steven. I'm fine. Yeah, it's been a while, Toy. It's been a while. Good luck. You're welcome. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Daniel, you are welcome. Good evening to you too. I see you, Daniel. Steven, you're welcome. So, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. Hi, Agada, Ekene, Abi. I'm sorry if I murdered your name. So sorry. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Blessing. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. How are you all doing? Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you are just tuning in for the first time, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bokamoso, Blessing, I'm doing well. And you, how are you doing? Tag, hi, welcome. So guys, how are you doing? You know, I don't know, I want to talk about something that happened today. Like, I don't know if it happens to you guys too. All right, I don't know if it happens to you guys. Do you know, yesterday I picked a trade. I don't know, I cannot share my screen. I would have loved to share my screen, but like making this live with my system, but I'm just struggling with that. But that's by the way. So guys, what happened was that I picked trade yesterday. I can't share my screen, but that's fine. I picked trade yesterday with USD JPY. Like, I think that was towards the New York session, right? So what I did was to hold that trade overnight. Okay, so I held that trade till this morning, right? And the trade was actually going as planned. You know, USD JPY actually got to a level of resistance, right? And it started dropping. From there I saw like a shift in market structure, so I was like, let me just capitalize on this move as price is moving down to that gap, the consequent encouragement, right? So this morning, when before the New York open, so I was like, maybe this trade will just reverse from here or something, because that was just like counter trade, right? So I just closed the trade. It was 1:2 though. I just closed the trade. Now immediately I closed the trade, I just switched to another pair. Okay, I switched to GBP USD. All right, I just wanted to see what's happening there. So immediately I switched to the pair. I noticed that GBP USD was already around my point of interest. I was like, should I? Okay, yesterday I drew like 2 points of interest, the first order block and the second order block, right? So the first one, I was like, price may actually use this one. Price may actually use this one as liquidity, right? So price actually passed the first order block, went to the second one. So this morning when I just saw it, I was like, okay, let me just pick this trade. Guys, I closed the other trade that was still running. You can imagine, I closed the other trade that was still running because I was afraid of what was going to happen during the London Open, right? Now I went ahead to pick this other one, and that trade did not even take up to 30 minutes. The thing just hit my SL. I was like, okay. Like the funny part of it is, when I went back to USD JPY pair to check, like it was still dropping. Like, hey, way. Good. I was like, hey, wait, why did I even close this trade in the first place? Like, why did I close this trade in the first place? And it happens though. It just happened. I was feeling bad because, do you know the reason I felt bad? I was feeling bad because the other pair, yeah, I actually followed my plan. I followed my rules then, but I just entered the trade. I just entered. Hi, King, you're welcome. So I entered the trade so early. I didn't even, although price was literally reacting off that zone. So I was like, okay, since there is a reaction around this point, let me just pick. And immediately the London opens, you know, now manipulation in the market, it just hit my SL. I was like, I should have just closed. Okay, I closed the other trade. I was like, I should have just closed this trade and go about my normal business without picking this other one. But that's part of trading, right? That's just part of trading. And the good part of it is that you always learn from the market. Like, you always learn from your mistakes and stuff. That's so what happened was, one man was telling me, okay, just look for another trade and pick. I was like, no way, I'm not trading again today, because if I should pick another trade, it may still end up in losses. Because at this point, I will just try to revenge the last trade I took that just hit my stop loss. So I just decided to close my system for the day and move on. And I know something like this, most times it happens to it happens a lot when we are trading so many pairs. When once you close this one, you just decide to open another one to see if you can find opportunity. Like, you're not patient. And I just noticed that I wasn't patient enough. That was why I hit the first SL this morning. I didn't even want to trade again, Jerry. Josa, thank you. Uche, I've been around, Jerry. I've been so busy with other stuff, but I've been around, but I've not really had time to make content or to come online. But I'll try for you guys. So okay, so I was like, you know, there is something about trading that will always, trading is just like the reality of life. There are times that there are times that things may not actually work the way you plan. You may actually plan your life, plan how it's going to be. Something may just happen, life will just happen, and everything fall apart. So trading will just teach you so many things about yourself. Sometimes I, instead of me making content, I just decide to trade and to learn from my mistakes, because the best way to do it is just the best way to do it is to trade and to learn. If you trade, if you hit stop loss, you learn from it. If you hit TP, you earn. And that's basically how it works. So Uche, I do check your page every day. I was just wondering. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, dear. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'll try. I'll tr I'll try as much as possible to show up more often this time. So okay. So guys, how is this week so far? I love your teaching. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Terry, thank you. I appreciate. How are you? Personal account or funded account, which is better? That question. People have different opinion about funded accounts and different opinion about personal accounts. I feel funded account is good, but let's say if you're in need of money, right? If you're in need of money right now and you are trading a funded account, you know that you have to wait till when you pass the first challenge, you pass the second one, probably get funded before you even start earning from it. But if you have your personal account that you are trading, let's say you just made, like, I'm just using an illustration, like $10, you can just withdraw immediately and solve your needs, right? So you can actually be trading both, but instead of using that money to be chasing profit all the time, when you're in need of money to solve your needs, why not just try and grow your account? I just hit SL on USD JPY. Sorry, that's part of the game. And the most important thing is you learning why you hit SL. The main thing is the lesson you learn from each trade. That's just it. Why did it hit your SL? Was it as a result of liquidity, or your TP your SL was too tight, or anything? Just learn from it. That's just how trading goes. Hello. Why so they serious? I didn't get that. Personally, is better if you're in need of money, like right now. But if you want to go for Profem, Profem takes it's just like a project, right? It's just like a project that you are constantly working on. You know that you cannot get payout that particular day or that month. It's something that you are actually working on. Hi Okoye. Hi, I can see you. How are you doing? I'm not replying on Instagram. Chidike, I'm sorry if I have not replied your message. I'll check. I'm so sorry about that. I'm used to crypto pairs. Then stick to it. That's just it. I feel trading is not about trading like multiple pairs, trading like 20 pairs or 10 pairs. It boils down to what you understand about the few pairs you are trading and how you can execute your trade and make money from it. Because if you are focusing on so many things, you cannot even focus, because your attention will be distracted. You are looking at this one, you're looking at this one, you're looking at this one. I feel most successful traders that I've seen so far or that have been following, they don't really trade so many pairs. They just stick to few that works for them and they make money from there. So trading is going on well. TP losses, that's the game. It's going on well. Victor, I can't even. Okoye, no, is Fibonacci the same thing as liquidity sweep? No, it's not the same thing. Fib is different from liquidity sweep. It's not. Okay, maybe in our next class, Okoye, I'm going to answer that question when we are meeting on Friday. Yeah. How exactly does a Profim account work, please? A Profim account, it depends the account you want to get. They have like 5,000 accounts. Is a challenge actually. 5K, 10K, up to I think 200K or so. So you have to purchase, like you have to pay a certain amount to get the one you want for yourself, right? And it has like, some has just one phase, some has like two. If you are going for the one that has like two, you have to pass first. When you pass the first stage, you pass the second one, which is phase one and phase two, then you get funded. Any money you make from that, you can get like 80% or 20%, 80%, or depending on the profit you are trading with, from the amount you made. Was Joseph, have a question? Ask your question. Ask your question. Challenge the charts. Wow, I like that name. Challenge the chart. If you swing trader, you can, but if you are a day trader, focus on only one or two pairs. Yeah, day trader, focus on only one or two pairs. Swing trade, but you still need to focus on few pairs. Even as a swing trader, you still need to focus on, you should, as a swing trader, you cannot be looking at 10 pairs now. Or if you can, more grace your elbow. How much is my mentorship? My mentorship, for now, I'm just charging $50 for my mentorship. Just and share my knowledge. So which profile will you recommend? Which profile will I recommend? You can go for the top two, Fivers or what's the name? What's the name? Is it FTMO? Yes. So you can go for any of those. Isaac, Have you been able to pass your accounts? Okay, now that question, let me answer you guys that question. The accounts, I've actually been trading. I think I was 6% up in that account, right? And what happened was I picked a trade. I decided to risk like 2% of the accounts. When I reached 2% of the account actually went down to like 4%, right? And I picked another trade. I think it was with 2%. I was actually, after when I got to like 6%, I was not applying my risk management properly. So it's now went down to, was it 1%? I was just feeling frustrated at beg. I needed money to take care of other stuff. So I was just focused on my personal accounts, because personal accounts can just grow, make profit and withdraw. So that's profane stuff like this. I just decided to leave it and focus on my personal account for now. At the end of the day, that one is just like a long-term goal. It's not something. There are people that just focus on profane, trading only profane, aiming to get, but guy, sometimes it will just frustrate you because of the tights, the restrictions, the rules and regulations tied to profane, right? So I just decided to leave that account for now and focus on my personal accounts, because I cannot come and kill myself. Chidike, I think I've answered that question. Which profane? My eyes, I don't know. When I'm stressed, my eyes, I don't know. Eyes are always red when I'm stressed. I've been working since morning, so it's one of those things. But once I just sleep and wake up, it's just clear. The only way I know that I'm stressed is when my eyes are red. Thank you. Please, what happened when you have multiple other blogs? When you have multiple other blogs, the first thing, how to identify the right other blog is, the first thing you need to do is identify a break of structure first. That should guide you, or that should give you a direction on the particular other blog you should pay attention to. When once you see a break of structure, just stress back to the other blog that actually caused that particular swing or that break of structure, because that's if price should, because the idea is that if price should get to that last order block that caused that break of structure and it did not respect it, probably price just wants to change direction or change its character. So that one is always safer than other block that you can just see in the middle, because you can still spot another block even before price gets to the origin that caused that break of structure. And it's to, if you pick that one, that may be like a liquidity, right? So the best one is the swing, understanding the particular one that caused that particular break of structure, that's swing. Do a video of demand and supply. Demand and supply, is the same thing as other block now? It's basically the same thing. Maybe I'll just make a video on that. How do you confirm your entry model in lower time frame? How do I confirm my lower time frame? It depends on the time frame, your entry time frame, right? You know, some people, if they spot an origin, or if they spot their point of interest on H1, they'll go down to M15 to wait or to look for like a market structure shift, right? So they can pick an entry from there. While some people, if they should spot their zone H4, they'll go to 15 minutes. All right, they'll just go to 15 minutes to look for a shifting market structure. So it depends the time frame you spotted you did your analysis on, right? Then your entry time frame will determine what you are looking out for. For me, if I spot my entry on H4 going down to M15, I want to see a reaction and I want to see a shifting market structure at that zone, because you know that's just like a zone, right? It's just like a zone. Anything can happen. It may respect that zone, it may not. So if price gives you a confirmation, like a structure, a shifting market structure, you can just go ahead and pick a trade there. That doesn't mean if price wants to dash you stop loss, you know, will still dash you. It's part of the game. Salome, I'll be waiting. Okay, baby. I like how you keep it real, Aaron. Thank you. How do I determine a confirmation entry? Confirmation entry. I just answered that question. It depends on the time frame you did your analysis and your entry time frame. You know, you just have to apply price action, like the candle that is actually reacting off your zone to, if you don't want to wait for a structure, right? You know, sometimes you may just see like engulfing candle, series of rejections around that point and stuff, right? So it depends, and that's why you have to study. You just have to study the pairs you're working with, so you know how price reacts off your zone when it gets there. Praise. Hi, Miven from Zambia. Welcome, Praise. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. So that is it, guys. What happens when I have multiple other blogs? I've answered that question. Just look out for the one that caused the break of structure. That's like supply zone, right? Look out for the one that caused the break of structure. Just focus on that one. How do you know a valid change of character? Valid change of character is based on the structures you are seeing. It's actually based on the structure you are seeing. Is like it's actually valid change of character. Is it just around your point of interest or any change of character at all? I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that question, but valid change of character, if you are using it to pick an entry, it should be reacting off your point of interest. Should be reacting off your point of interest, just like other, let's say, engulfing candle, pin bar, all those stuff. You cannot just use any one. It's only when you spot those reversal candles around your point of interest, if you're using that, that's when you can pay attention to it. So that is it. If your question is about a change of character around your point of interest, or it's just any change of character, I don't know. On my entry time frame, I really don't know how to answer that question. Change of character, if it's pushing to the upside, you just have to see this kind of move, right? It has to push above the last swing that was pushing to the downside. I really don't know how to explain that. Then once you see that leg, that's a change of character. I think that's 6 o'clock. Sorry guys, 1 minute. Just off this alarm. Okay. But someone said, but most times price respect the least order block while ignoring the most recent that caused the break of structure. Price, anything can happen in the market. Anything can happen in the market. If it does not respect your point of interest, leave it. You always find another opportunity. Instead of chasing price, if it did not respect you, leave them now. Look for another thing. My mentorship, Beatrice. Just send me a message on Instagram. The reason why I prefer the last order block that caused the break of structure is because, you know, if you are following the structure, if price should get to that point and decided not to respect it, that means price just wants to change direction, right? Or it may just want to sweep liquidity. You never can tell. But if price gets to that point and does not respect it, which means it just wants to change. So that one for me is safer than picking trade just in the middle of nowhere, because let's say it just spotted a fair value gap just in the middle and it just went ahead to pick that trade. If price is pushing back, or do you have enough? You just have to extend your SL to the high, right? You just have to extend your SL to the high. Price may not respect, price may just use that point as liquidity. But if price just get to the last one and does not respect it, I know that okay, I'm fine. Just following the swing, the structure. Anything can happen, but for you to just keep it simple and not to over stress your mental health, just keep it as simple as possible. What's my best pairs? My best pairs, I like JPY pairs. Basically, I like JPY pairs. The two pairs I like to look at most of the time is GBP JPY and USD JPY, because I like the swing. And you know, those pairs, if they are in an uptrend, they will keep going. If you're in a downtrend, they will just keep going. I don't like pairs that will just be consolidating for a long time and So it boils down to what you want. Any pair that you understand better, just stick to it and ride with that. How many trades do I trade a day? It's actually based on the setup you've seen now. If you've not spotted any setup, the best thing is just for you to leave the charts. The best thing is for you to leave the charts, because just follow your rules. If I go on the charts and price, if I see that price has gotten to my point of interest, I'll pick. If I do not see that, I'm going to leave. So it's based on what I'm seeing on the chart. Before, I used to always frustrate if I don't see any opportunity. I will just look for opportunity and pick, but that's not how it works. Sometimes it will not end well. So what's the point of you rushing, picking so many trades? At the end of the day, you are not making any money from it. The best thing to do is for you to protect your capital. If there is no setup, come back the next day. Just come back the next day, Jerry. How many pairs did you now have on your watch list? I think I have 3. Yeah, I have 3. Prayers. Hi. So I have just 3 for now. I just wish I can share my screen for us to talk better, but I don't know. I'm just finding it difficult to connect with my PC. Just find it difficult to connect with my PC. So I'm literally using my phone for it. Literally using my phone for it. Okay. I want to know how to set psychology level in trading. Trading view. Can we link it up? I don't trade with psychological level because I don't trade with that. Can I contact you in person? Send me a message on WhatsApp. No, sorry, on Instagram. Okay. So how can you learn my way of trading? The way of trading is actually very simple. If you check my YouTube channel, you see it. That's basically how I trade. Okay, so that's basically how I trade. So let me know how many pairs you guys trade. Do you guys look like consider like 10 pairs, looking at so many pairs, or you prefer sticking to few pairs? Let me just know what you think, or let me know which one is best for you guys. What's the name of the trades I trade, the pairs I trade? I trade GBP JPY, I trade USD JPY, and which other one? I'm just looking at BTC, but the two pairs I basically trade are those JPY pairs. You can trade as many as it boils down to your preference. It boils down to your preference, guys. I think it's best to understand the market in a whole than looking for a particular setup. I don't understand that question, like looking for a particular setup. The first thing you need to understand is basically how the market moves, right? If you understand how the market moves, you can know the best place you can wait. It's all about setting your trap, right? You can know the best place you can wait for price. When once price gets to that point, you pick a trade. It's just like you waiting for price to come to you. But the first thing is just for you to know the direction, because you cannot just, okay, take for example, you want to go to the mall, you want to go to the market. You need to know the route you will take, but if you don't even know the route, you don't even know where to take, how will you even locate the place in the first place? How will you locate it? You'll not even be able to get to where you are going to. So if you understand the structure, you know that, okay, if I take this step, if I take this one, that is where strategy comes in. But you have to know how price is moving first. You have to know the direction first. Picking setup, that's a strategy now. Or do you want to use like all the strategy in the world too, because you know the direction? It boils down to what you actually want. Very difficult. I've been trying to learn by myself, but it's very difficult. It's GBP USD only. Difficult. Mm, yeah, sometimes it's like that. And another thing is when you don't even I think when I started getting more knowledge about trading was when I understood the trend, the structure of the market, basically, because I feel that's like the basics, what you need to know first, because that will actually give you a direction, right? That will give you a direction. If you understand how the market moves, like the structure of the market, even when you are making losses, you know the reason you are making those losses. You know why price hits your SL or stuff, right? But if you don't even know the reason, if you don't even know how price is moving in the first place, even if you hit stop loss, you not even know the reason you hit stop loss, and you cannot document that. You don't even know um, when is the best time to trade. For me, the best time to trade is based on the pair you are trading. But for me personally, the best time to trade is based on the pair you are trading, because the more you look at that pair, you get to know when that pair is moving, when that pair is not moving, and stuff like that. So the knowledge you have about the pair or the few pairs you are trading will actually tell you when to go in or when not to go in. So some people may choose London session, and London session will not work well for them. Some may prefer New York. So it boils down to trading. Trading is more of personal journey. Trading is more of personal stuff. Just sit back, watch what you are doing, learn from your losses. That's how you grow. Learn from the pair you are trading and stuff. That's the best way to learn. Because let's say, that's why I don't even like signals, because if I should pick a signal from someone. Maybe the person said is going to buy from here. I just buy. If it hits my stop loss, I would not even know the reason why, because that was not my own analysis. Do you understand? And even if I want to document that, I would not even know where to start from. But if you're the one that actually analyze that trade, and it hits your stop loss, you actually know why it hits your stop loss, and you document it. The next time you see such, you try to avoid it. But if it's someone else that did the analysis and stuff, you don't even know the reason why it hits your stop loss. It's just transfer the blame or the aggression to the other person without learning anything. So that's why I said trading is personal. The more you look at the pair you are trading, the more you pick trades based on your strategy, the more you learn from it. It's all about experience. I learn every day too from the market. I keep learning. I'm not even perfect. I can't even say I'm close to perfection. I learn from it every day. But if I'm focusing on someone else's trades and charts, I will not be able to learn. The only thing I do is, if I'm actually making, maybe if I want to make some adjustment, I can just watch maybe 1 or 2 videos pertaining that and try to correct mine, work with mine. But looking at what the other person does every day just because I just want to get it right, I mean, it doesn't work for me. I started learning forex by myself, baby peeps YouTube video and books before arriving at other flow concepts. It's really hectic though. Other flow, just try to understand other flow. It will help you. It will help you. I think trading is, you may be making progress every day, but you not know. You'll be making progress every day, you not know. I remember when sometimes I would just sit down like this and I'll ask myself, like, years back, what was I actually doing then? Though I was not even documenting or anything, so I can't go back to search or for me to check the history or stuff. But I was like, if I was picking trade, or the trades I was picking then, what did I do, or how was I even picking those trades? I can't even wrap my head around how I did it then. But as time went on, I had to learn. The best way is just for you to keep going. Watch videos if you want to learn. Watch, implement, watch, implement, watch, implement. You never can tell how far that is accumulating. The more you go, the more you understand, and at the end of the day, you get more knowledge about what you are doing. It's not something that is going to happen overnight. You learn every day. The person is just for you to get 1% better every day, 1% better every day. That's just it. Though I'm switching strategies in my learning process with no mentor. Switching strategies in your own more, I feel that's going to take you a whole long time to master your craft, because if you're switching strategies from one strategy to the other, like, how will you now learn to understand one strategy, and how will you now implement that one? You just have to stick to one. You just have to stick to one. Personally, I feel all strategy works in as much as you understand the trend of the market when price is pushing. Because even if you are trading with what's it called, moving average and stuff like indicators, the first thing is just for you to at least understand the direction of the market. The indicator may actually help you maybe to know more about that, but if you understand the price action yourself, it will be an edge. She gets. So just stick to one thing. The more you implement one thing, the more knowledgeable you are about that particular thing. So sticking to one thing will help you. If you are today you are doing this one, the next day you are doing this one, I don't know. I used to do that before. Now before now I was actually looking for the best strategy. I was looking for the best strategy. Today I will look at this one, the next day I'll look at this one. If I just come on YouTube and I see this strategy made me like so amount, this is like 90% strategy, I'll just want to go and implement. If I just implement it the first day and it's not working, I'll move on to another one. But it was not helping me. It wasn't helping me at all. When I understood the structure of the market, and I just decided that, okay, you know what, I'm just going to follow the way the structure is, the structure of the market, understanding that, okay, if price gets to this point, if it respects it, I'll pick a trade. If it does not respect it, anything can happen. I just decided to stick to just one thing. But if you are just moving from even these ICT or stuff, ICT has so many models. If you want to trade all the models, you just keep losing, blowing your account. But the best thing is just for you to look for one, stick to it, learn about that particular one, try, keep trying, keep implementing. That's when you get to know more about that particular strategy. And when once you see it, you know, okay, this is the setup I'm looking for. When once it presents itself, you go for it. Once it presents itself, you go for it. But if you are just looking at so many things, you just get yourself confused. Trading is hard already. Like, trading is difficult already. Don't just try to make it more difficult for yourself. Just look for one thing and stick to it. There is no best strategy. Just trade your age. Exactly. Trade what you understand. Trading is personal. That's just it. Trading is personal. What works for you may not work for the other person. What works for you, stick to that. At the end of the day, share is money you want to make from the market. If it's making you money, why do you want to change it? Just keep doing the same thing. And I just entered the wrong setup with low probability here. It's hectic in trading. Trading is difficult though, but one thing about um one thing about live accounts is, if you are trading live accounts with emotion, you go soon blow your accounts. That's the truth. Because if the market is going against you, let's say you funded the account and it's just, let's say you wanted to risk like let's say $10, and it's just going against you $9. Your emotions will just be playing games with you. That alone, the way the market is moving, taking your money, live account is different from demo, Jare. The live account is different from demo. With demo, I mean, I didn't get that. Mark out a point of interest where market might probably get to before pushing up again. So the question now is, can we trade that pullback on our entry time frame? If you can trade the pullback on your entry time frame, you can trade the pullback. But if you know what you are doing, if you know what you are doing, you can trade the pullback. Because for H4, if you see a trend on H4, like market is actually bullish, if it's retracing, if you are seeing like a pullback, let's say towards your point of interest, if you go back to M15, you are going to see like a shift in market structure, right? You're going to see like a shift in market structure. As price is pushing down, it's giving you another trend, like downtrend, making a series of lower low and lower high to that point of interest. But this trend now, this short downtrend, is now on 15-minute time frame. But that H1 is just giving you like printing candles, printing another one, printing another one into that point. So you can capitalize on that if you know what you are doing, but you just have to bear it at the back of your mind that this is just a pullback. Anything can happen. It may retrace from any point even before it gets to your point of interest. So you just need to have that at the back of your mind and know when to get out. The market is really a mirror indeed. It shows your real character, greed, impatience, etc. You know, you can bring the bad character to the trading table. I swear, like that one is true. The market will just it will just show you the parts that you really need to work on. Most times you are just so impatient. I just noticed, like what I shared at the beginning of this live session, I just noticed that I was just so impatient. Immediately I switched to the other pair. I was like, this trade is just around my point of interest, let me just pick. I did not even wait to see how price will literally react off that zone, right? I didn't wait, but because price was just there, I just quickly entered the trade, picked an entry. That's impatient, right? I Yeah, basically it's a scalping. That's right. I think that would just be a scalping. Yes. Mm. How many accounts have you blown so far? If you know blow account, which means you never start now. If you know blow accounts, you never start. You don't just need to keep counts. Just keep going. You don't need to keep count. Just keep going. Because blowing accounts is part of it. You learn, you come back, you learn, you keep going. What do I think of binary option trading? uh People are making money from it now. Binary option, people are making money from it. So you just have to pick what works for you. If you want to trade binary, stick to it, learn how it works, make your money from it. If you are trading binary, trade with that. If you are not, if you want to trade currency pairs, then stick to that. Forex market is a witch, I swear. Forex go humble you. Sorry, oh. That's it. It messes with your psychology, like especially when you are going through losing streaks. You just feel so frustrated. You feel like you feel like giving up, but have to keep pushing. Just have to keep pushing. Just have to keep going. How long have I been trading now? I've been trading for the past 4 years. I've been trading for the past 4 years. Very good. say sometimes person go long, you go short. Person go short, you go long. Sorry. Oh. Welcome to the game. So that's basically it now, but the only thing that will help you is your strategy, sticking to it. If it's not your setup, leave it. Just protect your capital. That's what matters. Protect your capital. That's what matters. Because let's say you just pick a trade and it hits your stop loss, you want to revenge, guy. At the end of the day, you see that you've actually lost like almost 4% of your account, and the next day when you're coming back, you're now trying to make back those losses. You go back to those losses. No, instead the best thing is just for you to protect your capital and trade less. Less is more. Do I use MT4 or MT5? I use MT5. What's my confirmation time frame? I use 15 minutes basically. I use 15 minutes. Cool. Beatrice, hi. I've been trying to get to you. Please, Instagram, but I wasn't able to chat to you. Why? Just send me a message. Just send me a message. I'll respond. Do you say Telegram? I'm more active on Instagram, not Telegram. If I don't see my confirmation on M15, what else do I do? Or what do I do again with the chat? Nothing. The best thing to do is just for you to stay off the chat. If you don't see your setup, don't force it. Don't force it. Don't force it. What's a question? If you don't see your setup, don't force it, because one thing about trading is, let it be that you followed your plan, right? You actually followed your plan and it did not end well, like it hit your SL. It's fine than for you to just force a trade, like you just picked a trade without looking at confirmation, or it just became a random setup. You'll not feel really okay when price hits your SL. You just start regretting why you even picked that trade in the first place. But if you actually followed your plan and price hits your SL, it's fine. Do you get? So the best thing is for you to stay off the chart. If you don't see your setup, just forget. You can always see another setup the next day. You can always see another setup next day. Don't force it, because if you end up hitting stop loss the next day, you're coming back to work on the previous one you just lost or something. What's my confirmation entry? Change of character. Do I have mentor too as well? Why not? I do. I have like 2 mentors. I do. can I make a video on confirmation entry? I think I actually made a video on confirmation entry on my, maybe I'll just try that. So okay. Okay, I will. Check my last. I will check after the live. Okay, you said I haven't made a video on that. Okay, I'll try. I'll do that. I should make it as soon as possible. All right, boss. Please, we need your renew or your latest top-down analysis before entry. Okay. Can I do a video on investment as well? We'll look into that, boss. If I trade during Asian session, it depends. If I pick a trade and if it does not hit my SL, I'm just going to allow the trade to run overnight. So there is no point just closing it because yes, you can. Can I trade JPY during Asian session? Yes. You can trade JPY anytime. You said you've turned to swing trader. Okay, good. What's my advice for traders upcoming in-depth one? What will I say? My advice, I would just say get the right knowledge first. Get the right knowledge, how the market moves first. At least understand the trend and stuff. When you understand that, you work with one strategy. Just work with the one that works best for you and build on that, because that will also help you psychologically. You are going to learn more about that particular pair. What is the time now in Nigeria? Time is past. This is basically to 7. Peter, where are you watching from? Namdi, how do I manage emotion when trading? That question. The best way I manage emotion when trading is just closing my system or my MT5, just allowing the stuff, the trade to play out. If you keep looking at your chart when price is moving, your emotions will be really dealt with. But the best thing is just for you to, when once you pick a trade, just allow it. In as much as you've placed your SL and your TP, just allow the trade to run. Though sometimes if trade is moving towards my TP and I feel like maybe price will just retrace, we are all emotional beings, right? I may just manually close the trade. I'm not even gonna lie, I may just manually close the trade if price gets to a certain point, even before price hit my TP. Sometimes if I see that maybe price just wants to retrace from here, or I'm just seeing kind of retracement from that point, I will just close the trade manually. But the best thing is just for you to try to control your emotion. You cannot just control your emotion at once. The best way to do it is bit by bit. Let's say bit by bit, you just place your SL and your TP. Just allow the trade to run first. Don't be looking at your charts like every second, looking at what price is doing. If you are watching your charts like that, it's just going to affect you emotionally. Your psychology is going to be dealt with. But if you just allow the trade to run, the best way is just for you to just forget about the trade. They say set and forget. I feel the reason why we are always so afraid of losses, the reason why we are also so afraid of losses is because we don't just want to feel like a failure, right? You may set your SL. I used to do that a lot. I will set my SL, but for me to allow trade to hit my SL would be a problem. Like, because first of all, if trade is moving towards my SL, I will just manually close it, which means at first I did not even what's the right word to use? I did not even accept the place I placed my SL in the first place. I was like, okay, let me just place this SL. It may not get to my SL, right? That means you've not accepted the losing part of trading, and that's why it affects the upcoming traders a lot. It just wants to be hitting TP all the time. It does not work that way. Trading does not work that way. Trading does not work that way. Before, I used to do that a lot, but I just call myself toward and ask myself, is this how you are going to grow in trading? Is this how you are going to grow in trading? Accepting the loss should be the first thing. If you accept your losses, if you accept that if this trade goes against me, I'm okay, then that's how you build confidence in the market, and that's how you learn. Because you learn from your losses. You learn more from your losses. And being able to place that SL and allowing price to, if it wants to hit your SL, it hits. You learn from it. That's the best way to learn. What do I do to focus? I don't understand that question. What do I do to focus? I can't comprehend your question. Okay. So I think we should call it a day. Innocent, I cite you, sir. welcome. Okay, so guys, um if you are joining for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, our live. Okay, John, you're doing a great job. Miven, thank you, John, I appreciate. Thank you. Abuchi, hi. Hi. Okay, so I think we should call it a day. Really need to have something else to attend to. Someone said I should not forget to make what's it called, entry video ASAP. Is the audacity for me. Is the audacity for me. John said, I think it's the first time of me seeing you live, ma'am. Hopefully we see you more. Hopefully, yes. Yeah, because I would like to get to know more about my subscribers. And if you are joining for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, just click on it, like, Rajid Ibrahim. Content, can I talk about journaling? Maybe that will be in another video. Maybe when we come live, we'll talk about it, or actually try to make a video about that if possible. Okay, so guys, can we call it a day? So I'll try and make that entry video probably tomorrow or next, but I'll post it this week. Okay, so thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. So I will like to end the session here. My battery is even low. Chai, battery is low. Okay, so guys, let's call it a day. Thank you for joining, and we see again within the week. Johnny me buy me vein, save our battery. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, John. You guys should take care of yourselves. Bye, Ageli. Sorry if I murdered your name. Bye. Okay. Let's call it a day.